Hello people, this is my diet video update. I'm really happy with the results. As you can see on the date, it's the 10th of the 5th, which is my weigh-in day for me. I've zoomed in a lot more this time so people can actually see, hopefully, a lot clearer. I'm using Microsoft Excel to record everything that I'm eating and the calories of that item, plus then I'm also doing the activity and the burn. Obviously I've got my new weight that I will show people in a few minutes, but what I'm going to do is my new weight is going to also change my sleeping calories. So obviously I've weighed less this time, so what I've got to do now is I've got to re-update that to take into consideration my 6 hours sleep a night. So I've just put my new weight in. I'll put the 6 hours that I normally do, and then I'll put done, and then what I will do then is I will go through to find sleep, and then it will give me my new figure of what I'm burning off in 6 hours of sleep. Like I said, this is how I've been doing it. Is I've also been because like when you're sleeping, you're not doing nothing. You're actually sleeping, so you are burning off calories. So even when you get up in the mornings, the first thing that you're doing, you are on like a deficit with your calories each 24 hours. So that's how I've worked it out. So now I've got a new figure. Obviously my old figure was 592. I've put my new weight in now, and is 569. So I've lost what, 70, 80, 90. Yeah, I've lost about 20 odd calories, which was my prediction anyway. So I'm not that far out at all. So that's that bit out of the way. Like I said, I do apologise for all the other videos because they're not the most clearest, because I've done them zoomed out at 100%. I'm 100%, 170% zoomed in now. So hopefully people will be able to see. So yeah, this little table here basically is designed to give me what I call my offset. My offset is basically taking away my total burn for the day to my total calories that I've burned, what I've eaten. And then what that does is it just gives me a number. So obviously at the moment my offset is minus 309. So if I didn't eat nothing else today, I would be minus 309 calories. Obviously, realistically, that's dangerous. You start doing that, you're going to end up in hospital. It's not recommended. So you've got to do activities to burn off the calories that you're eating. It's simple as that. There's no magic thing. Once I've got my offset number for the day, this is when I come over to these tables. These tables, the top one, as you can see, was from last year, and I was still refining how to do it. I didn't really do it for long because I stopped on the 15th before. So but what I've done here is I've put all my offset numbers in. Obviously all the red minuses are me being stupid, because it doesn't last. If you can't eat what you like, you ends up giving up. So it is not even worth going down that way really. As you can see, then I was 20 stone 8 pound, and I lost a fair amount. I lost £9, which wasn't bad really, because that was kind of like the second month kind of thing. But yeah, this year 2017, last year I did have a bit of difficulty with the heat in the summertime, and it kind of pushed me on. Like me and my sister talking, and it did push me on to do something about it. So February this year, I decided to do it again. So that's what I've been doing. As you can see, I started on 20 stone 4, 19 stone pound on the first 5 weeks or a month, whichever way you want to look at it. And then it's just slowly come down from there. The important part to me is this number here. This number here is my average. So if you look up here, I've worked out my average over that first table from last year, and I said, right, I'm going to cut it every month. Every month I'm going to cut it, or every 5 weeks I round it off at now. So yeah, so I've managed to keep true to that every 5 weeks, but now obviously I'm at the stage now where it's very difficult. I've already cut back a lot of what I like eating, so you know it's getting more and more difficult now. The numbers under the blue is just basically comparing the two, the one I'm on now compared to the one I've done last month. So I can keep a tally of exactly how much I'm losing compared to last month. That's keeping me on track with my average, which is a good thing for me because it helps me say, well, okay, we'll do this, we'll do that. So my new weight as of today, which is this month, obviously started on the 6th of the 4th last month. Today's the 10th of the 5th. Obviously I haven't filled this out yet, so I'm probably looking, obviously I'm not going to go more than 500, so if we stick 500 in there, so that gives me a 487, which I have lost a little bit from last time, but not as much. Obviously it is very, very difficult, extremely difficult. So all these numbers here are all my offset numbers from that table you've seen earlier, but you know I'm more than happy to lose another £10. I was expecting around £7 because obviously I lost £9 before, but for some strange reason I've managed to lose another £10. So you know, thumbs up for that. I'm more than happy with that. As you can see, this time it was slightly different because obviously I included the 3 extra days to make it a solid 5 weeks. So you know, now I've got to get my other table set up. So all I would do with my other table is quite simple really. I'd go onto that one, I'll say right, the 11th, oh the 11th of 05 2017. I will click outside like this, I'll click on there, I'll go over to that little ad until it changes to the ad, then I'll just draw it down. And then that gives me, right, it should have went all the way down there. That gives me, so that's from the 11th going all the way down to the 17th. Then obviously on this side I do the 18th, 05, the 20th, 07, and then I would just click on that again, go into the corner, go all the way down. Oh no, I don't want to go all the way down like that. That's weird. Must have not highlighted the last square last time. So yeah, that gives me that one. It is, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that's the 24th, so I'll go the 25th of the 05, 2017. Go down here, go all the way down again. We're on the 31st there, so that would change to the 01st, 06, 2017. Yeah, like I said, yeah, some people would probably find this very, you know, I'm doing it because it's working for me. So this is 08/06/2017. That's the thing with weight loss. You got to do what motivates you to lose the weight. And for me, is definitely doing this. Now obviously at the moment here I've got 600, but I haven't got none of the changing colour. So all I would do with this is I'd just highlight that like that. I'm pretty sure you can use that one and just do that. Yeah, there we go. See, it's changed now. I'd do the same with all of them. Automatic Painter, whack that on, and then that just gives me the formula that I've used to do that. Technically I could have went all the way down actually. Yeah, there's that one. I'm not sure if this one will work, but we'll try it. See, the numbers don't come up, but yeah. We'll just format that one there, like that. Now this one I'll go all the way down, format that. This bit can take a bit of time obviously, because if you're new to it, you're going to be like getting used to it, so I can totally understand. Like you guys thinking this is complicated, but once you get used to setting it up, it's really not complicated. And as you can see by my numbers, you know, it's well worth learning to do this. I know there's some people about who don't like weighing themselves, and I can totally appreciate that. You know? So if you're one of those people, you probably won't get on with this, because you do need to weigh yourself to get a good outcome of what's going on. You know. Oh, no, I went a little bit too far there. Like I said, I'm no expert at this at all. So obviously I'm going to save this now, because I've just done all this for my next month. So my next video won't be till the 14th of the 6th next month. So as an ongoing thing, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete all these now. As you can see, the numbers go out of the way. So my next target really for doing this would be as you can see from the top one, I started off the first 2 weeks pretty tough on myself. I think that's why I've lost an extra pound, because I was a little bit tougher on myself. You may see that number there is a plus, so that means that compared to last month I actually ate 877 calories more. But the only reason that is because I've done 3 extra days. You take those 3 extra days out, it works out that I was about 180, something like that. So, you know, I was under the week before, but obviously those 3 extra days did add calories on. My second week, compared to last time, I wasn't that good. You know, I actually put more calories on, because I only had minus 386. Last time I was minus 699, so I done better the previous week. And obviously midweek was the biggie, because it's going to sound strange, but I've got to eat quite a bit to keep my average up. You know, and plus it helps me because it allows me to have some of the nice stuff, you know, some of the nice food, like extra chocolate or a takeaway, or, you know, I'm also getting, I can feel myself getting fitter, even though I've been through quite a bit. You know, I'm getting migraines a bit now, but I'm not, you know, I'm not doing it stupidly, you know. All these numbers are just offset, so all I've done is just took out what I've burnt off each day compared to what I've ate. So, you know, none of these are actually figures of calories I've ate in the day. My average calorie intake is probably around the 1400, 1600. But obviously I burn that off to around the figure that I want that day. So, like for my for the next 2 weeks now, I'm gonna have to make a decision to either do two things, and that's cut back even more on my food, or reduce the amount I'm eating, but also probably have to do more calories. More calorie burn. Sorry, not more calorie. So yeah, it is getting a lot harder now. I noticed that. I'll be surprised if I'm anywhere near the £10 next month. But yeah, that's how I've been doing it. So in stone 11, the lowest I've ever been. I'm amazed by that, to be honest with you. So I started off on 20 stone 8. I'm down to 17 stone 11, and that's in what, 15 weeks. So you know, that's mad. I think it works out roughly at the top of my head around 37 pound loss. So that's quite amazing, really. But yeah, and I will make another video come the, I'll just put this in, 17 stone 11 pound. I will just format and copy this one. That's it, that's all set up now. As you can see, you know, that's why I thought, well, I'll do it on the video. As you can see now, obviously my average and my total calories is blank. That is classed as days, so that's just saying 35 days. Yeah, that's just classing the 35 days. So it divides it by 35. So yeah, that's about it, really. I'm happy that I've lost that weight, but at the same time, you know, you do feel it, and some days I do feel really energetic, and then other days, yeah, I do get a bit of a, and since I've been losing weight, I've had 2 colds and colds and flu, and in my life I've never had that. And it's like, well, I'm eating healthy, I'm taking my vitamins, I'm walking, but yeah, it's just absolutely mad on how that's happening. If you've watched video number 2, that's the context of which I'm watching. If you go and watch video number 2 and listen to my explanation of how I'm seeing it, I'm seeing it in that context, and I think my body's being lazy to try and kick me out of losing weight, because the body's aim is to store energy, and fat is energy. So I truly believe my body is saying, well, let him get bad, and then he might stop doing it. But you know, I don't intend to. I want to get down to 14 stone. Once I get down to 14 stone, then I'm going to have to control it better. But doing this with the calories and how much I've got to burn off, you do get a good understanding of the value of calories in the food you're eating. That's what's so good about doing this type of thing. So I hope showing you guys how I done the setting up of this table has helped. And if any of you want to do this, leave some messages down below, and if I can help you, I will. But yeah, the numbers speak for itself. I don't need to say anything more, really. You know, I've lost over 37 pounds in 5 weeks, and that is quite healthy, because obviously when you first start off, you're going to lose a lot, because it's your first month, you know, so you always lose a fair amount at the beginning, especially if you're upwards of 20 stone. You're going to lose around that kind of amount of £18, maybe more, depending on how big. But then be prepared for the next month for it to drop, maybe by half, roughly. But you know, then you've just got to keep it up. So now for the next 2 weeks, I know that I'm going to be up against it to stay as close as I can to the previous week. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, people. I'll make my next video on the 14th of the 6th, so hope you're happy to watch that. Until then, ta-da, people, and good luck with your weight loss.